Good morning everyone, my name is Michelle, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to another video. It's Sunday morning, it is very windy. I'm giving the fancy pants lapel mic one last chance because it stopped recording yesterday and I had to do a voiceover for the majority of my video. So I have charged it up, so hopefully it works and I don't have to do another voiceover. Actually, 2 voiceovers, because yes, today is a 2 video day. This video will come out first on MichelleAfterDark, and then over on my other channel, Michelle Walks, there will be another video that comes out about the abduction of Eliza Fletcher from Memphis, Tennessee. I've been following that case closely. Let's see what we know. Okay, so Kiely Rodni. At this point, it is impossible to determine what is truth and what is rumour, what is factual and what isn't. And the place you go for the latest rumours, there's a dog over there. Yeah, don't pay attention, Tilly. Come here before you get tempted. You don't have to go on your lead, just walk with me for a little minute. Where'd you go when you want to find out the latest rumours? It's good old Twitter, and that's where I've been. Somebody posted an interesting video with a Honda CRV.
Hers was 2013, but my guess is they are not going to be too different. One of the things we were all saying in the chat too is there's a lot of problems with this car, including the maps not being accurate, the lights being difficult, but I'm just going to show you right now about starting in neutral, since that's what everyone is talking about. I'll probably make another video on other things. So I can't put it in neutral to start out, so I had to get the car on here. Okay, now it's in neutral. Turned it off. And I can't get the key out. But I am able to turn it on.
Showing that, yes, indeed, it does turn on in neutral. So this story that roadside assistance guy gave about his encounter with a young man who has the description roughly of Kylie's ex-boyfriend Jagger. I don't know, it's weird. I believe roadside assistance guy. I believe that he's credible. Just the information that was given to him by the girl that he said is Kiely, when he saw Kylie's flyer photo on a poster in Reno a week after she went missing. And he thought, I saw that girl. I saw that girl at Boca Reservoir. I went to a call out and he called it in to law enforcement. His company have given law enforcement everything they need. Dashcam footage, call logs. So we can be assured that law enforcement do have that information. So the car will start in neutral.
The windows. That's it. It doesn't go down any further. I just wanted to show that the back, what everyone is calling a hatch, it is a full trunk. And there is some space above the seats, although if it was turned upside down, of course, that would be completely different, and I have no idea how that would be.
Interested.
But I just wanted to show that there is space. I know I look completely ridiculous. I didn't know if I could remove that headrest, but yes, I climbed through for you guys to see that it is quite roomy back here.
It's easy to get over the back seats and into the cargo area, into what I would call the boot. It's not a very big area in the cargo area, But this person, just a regular sized person, had no problem getting over, didn't struggle getting over. So if this was an accident, and I'm really not sure it was, guys, really not sure it was. I was, and then Adventures with Purpose brought in a whole new potential, shall we say. Now, someone called Sleuthy Goosey has put a timeline together. She's been kind of adding to this timeline, and this appears to be the latest. There's a few screenshots of this timeline out there. Most of them are not including the sources column. The sources column is the most important column, guys, right? Because that information has to be verified. You have to know where your information comes from at all times, so that other people could go and check it out. If you're screenshotting Sleuthy Goosey's timeline, please include the sources. So I found one that has the sources column. You can only see a little bit of it. What concerns me about Sleuthy Goosey's timeline is some of it doesn't have a source at all. Now, I think this is the latest version, but where are the sources for some of this really important information? That's just a question. Where are the sources? Because it appears from this timeline that people are using that Elsa saw Kiely after Sammy left. Sammy's story about leaving at 12:25 because Kiely was so drunk that Sammy needed to get another ride. So after Sammy left, according to this timeline, Elsa and a friend saw her. And Elsa was getting a lift off her friend who had room in his car. And they offered Kiely a lift. So presumably they thought Kiely was too drunk to drive. And they offered her a lift. She declined it, according to this timeline. Now, where has this information come from? Has it come straight from Elsa? And by the way, Elsa is a real person, for anybody wondering. Elsa graduated the same time from the same class as Sammy. There's a video on YouTube of the graduation ceremony, and you hear Sammy's name called out, and you also hear Elsa's name being called out as well. So Elsa's a real person in the same class as Sammy. So is Elsa telling a story that fits Sammy's or contradicts Sammy's? No, it seems to fit Sammy's, because after Sammy left, Elsa said she saw Kiely, but there's no source. So we don't know where this information comes from. Was that a personal, one-to-one conversation with Elsa? If so, say so. All right, so Elsa and a friend offered Kiely a lift and she said no. And she was heading towards her car alone, according to this timeline. But then two boys, juniors, started to cause a ruckus, and one of them blocked off the road. So that's kind of interesting. Now, this is a little bit later, so had Kiely already gone to her car and left at this point, is the question. And if the road was blocked off, some people might insinuate that Kiely had to find another route because the road was blocked off. And that's how she ended up at the shoreline and unfortunately in the water. But I'm not so sure, because would Kiely have left at this point, if that indeed is true, that there was this ruckus that occurred? Now, we have heard, Adventures with Purpose said that they'd been reading information that there was a fight, but where did they get it from? Because they're just looking at the same kind of information from Facebook groups and stuff, aren't they? So that in itself is just a rumour. This is what I mean. It's impossible to differentiate between fact and rumour. And this is the quandary that law enforcement are in as well. Because law enforcement will have more information than us, but much of it will be this kind of information. Such a person saw this, such a person saw this. It's all hearsay. Difficult to build a case if all you've got is hearsay. But anyway, Kiely allegedly went to her car alone. If what roadside assistance guy said is true, she survived the night and ended up about half an hour away at Boca by the Saturday morning. Now, roadside assistance guy said that Kiely and this man, young man, had been there all night. Like the car was broken and they'd been there all night. Maybe they'd gone to another party. Maybe there was another party at Boca. We know there were other parties going on. Or maybe they'd gone there for some alone time, to a more quiet location. Maybe. But who was this young man? Was it Jagger? We know Jagger texted Kiely at 10:30. Kiely texted Jagger saying, sorry you're going through that, or something, words to that effect. Did Jagger turn up at the party? Was he not 3.5 hours away fishing with his dad? There's a rumour that he wasn't invited to the party and that's why he didn't go, but who knows? Maybe he turned up at the end of the party and wanted to talk to Kiely and they went to Boca to be alone to talk. Or maybe it isn't Jagger. Maybe it's another young man who resembles him and Kiely went with him and then things turned bad and she said her car was broken and she rung roadside assistance and this was a cry for help, asking strange questions because she thought it would get her noticed. Kidnaps happen that way sometimes, that there are, you know, points where the victim could easily have got away, but they're so scared that they don't try. The video that I made yesterday, was this a staged accident? Did the two people who were at Boca, one of them maybe Jagger, one of them not, one of them the girl, not Kiely, just someone who looks like her, had Kiely dead at that point and they staged an accident to make it look like an accident at Prosser, to make it look like, as Jagger said, that anybody could have done it, anybody could have made that mistake if they were driving drunk near the shoreline. But again, we don't know that this was Jagger. And we don't know that this wasn't Kiely. It could have been Kiely. Now, the last rumour that I'll show you is somebody, and again, unnamed, somebody who knows the family, saw Kiely on the Saturday morning at Boca and thought that it mustn't have been her when all the focus was on Prosser. But now the roadside assistance guys come out and said he saw a girl that resembles Kiely at Boca. This person isn't so sure that maybe they did see Kiely at Boca campground on the Saturday morning with a young man. Now, I want to know if that tip's been called in. I assume it has now. Maybe it wasn't at the time. I don't know. But hopefully it has now, because it just adds to the puzzle. That was Kiely, was it actually Kiely there at Boca on the Saturday morning? Now, the person who saw her on the Saturday morning wouldn't have known she was missing at that point. The first social media that I can find from Placer County Sheriff's Office came out at 5:41 p.m. on the 6th of August. So several hours after Kiely's mother became concerned. She became concerned about 9 a.m. when she went to Starbucks, where Kiely was meant to be meeting her friends to go camping. Now, I don't know what time the missing persons report was filed. So obviously it was sometime after 9 and before 5:41. I mean, how long did Placer County Sheriffs wait to put that information out on social media? Can anybody find a source of Placer County Sheriffs putting that information out to the public before 5:41? I can't find one, but you might. It says 1:41 a.m. on this screenshot that I've got on screen now. That's simply because I'm 8 hours ahead of California and I took this screenshot from my time zone. So you have to take 8 hours off, which becomes 5:41 p.m. Saturday, 6th of August. So there we have it. Was it really Kiely at Boca on the Saturday morning? What was she doing there, if she was? Did she go there voluntarily? And then did something bad happen after? Was roadside assistance guy right that she was uncomfortable? And he was concerned, but not concerned enough to ring the cops. And I don't blame him, because you know, you're put in an awkward situation, aren't you, when there's something that you're not sure about. And I think the learning point here is trust your instincts. If something doesn't feel right, you just know it doesn't feel right, then say something. I think that's the learning point. Pretty vague cry for help if that's what it was. But we don't know. We don't know. And it's impossible at this moment in time to determine what is fact, what is truthful, and what isn't. I avoid the wildest speculations. I just don't read them or watch them. But when you get this kind of information that could well be true, then you have to kind of consider it. That's what law enforcement will do. They'll consider all of the tips like this to try to put together some form of timeline. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there for today. I'm going to turn the camera off. Hopefully the mic is recorded. And I'm going to turn it straight back on again to record a video about Eliza Fletcher. So please do check that out over on Michelle Walks. It'll come out maybe 2 hours or so after this one. Right, bye for now. Goodbye from Miss Tillington and Miss Cassie Springer. Bye, guys.